Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff, and as always I also publish on Rumble. And yeah, yesterday I managed to get sleep through an episode of Prey. It's been very busy, and I will try to today to get an XCOM 2 episode also. And of course on Rumble I'm still uploading one video per day of Void Busters. It's the re-upload because the sync issues, and afterwards I will start up with XCOM 2 until it catches up with YouTube. And again, everything in backlog in terms of posting on the blogger stuff, and everything is also posted on Patreon for extra support. So let's get started. Seems that NVidia, in trying to comply with the bans, the government, the US Commerce Secretary will just double down and ban anything that they try to get around with. This is not the first time. We've got kind of a timeline to a certain degree, which is when they announced the I think this kind of the Grace Hopper stuff, or the 100 series. Basically, after a while, the US imposes restrictions on that. Again, in the same kind of countries, China, Russia, a lot of Middle Eastern countries, some South American countries, South Asia Pacific, all this, some of them that I've been covering. Usually it's around always the same 30-ish countries. They are being a target of this kind of bans, but then again they want to have the commercial relationships with them. I don't understand that, but that's another conversation. But yeah, now after the end effect, and then again NVIDIA had to introduce lower down the kind of the specs of the A100 and introduce the A800, and then again a year afterwards, or not even that, a year afterwards, then restricts the H800s, and then again the 4090 stuff there. And now NVIDIA is basically preparing to launch this lineup here, which to be in compliance, this is for the server stuff and all that stuff, and the AI things, kind of a thing there, for the like commercial purposes. And then they are prepping also, at least that's I'm not sure if it is a rumor, but then again I will assume it's a rumor, but it's very credible rumor. They are preparing, for example, the 4090D for, I think it's the Dragon, for the Chinese market. It's like a cut down chip of the 4090 to be in compliance with the thing of the US Commerce Secretary, and the US government now are telling, if you are going to use the same chip per se, which has the potentially, basically it's, I will let you know, it's if you redesign a chip around a particular cut line that enables them to do AI, I'm going to control it in the very next day. This is very broad range, because basically any GPU can do AI. They are more slow or more faster, depends, but the new current line of GPUs, even from AMD, if I'm not mistaken, all the lineups, at least this new lineup of the 7000s and the 4000s, if not mistaken, all of them can do AI work. Some of them are faster than others, but what's the next step? Anything can do AI. Cell phones can do AI work. If not mistaken, it's very slow, but they can do AI work. Any chip, if with a program paired with a program or something that access any kind of AI workload, are they going to try to ban them? It's very weird. But it's not only in this industry. It's all around. The trying to stranglehold other countries and other areas of the world. With this will not work in the long term, because even now Chinese and some Russian tech companies, they are starting to get around and making their own in-house chips. They are not that as good. But when you're basically compelling other countries to start to be not dependent on your own technology, and when you stranglehold, there is a fine line that you have to walk in to try to minimize this kind of situation. If you really want to stifle a little bit the competition per se, you don't stranglehold to the point that the other countries see the necessity of they start doing their own things in-house. It will take a little bit time, but then again, when they reach the point of they really don't need anything from your technology, because they have their own technology that can be comparable to your own. You just create a vacuum on your market share, basically. And Jensen Huang knows this. That's why it's a CEO job, which at least he's doing his job. He's trying to get around the sanctions and the restrictions, and take advantage of the products that they have on their lineup and adapt them to be in compliance with the bans per se, or the export regulations of the advanced chips by the US government. This is going to be a dance that is going to be around here regarding this. It's in the long term it only affects and in the short term, basically short term it affects some companies that they are affected by this. I don't know what to call it, export regulations, but what it hurts more is by the end the final consumer, especially on the 49ers, because I'm assuming if they're clamping down on this, there will be more GPUs to be included in this kind of thing here, gaming GPUs, because even the 7900 XTX and even the professional one, the R7900, which is the professional one, they can do excellent workloads on AI also. Not as good as 4090. 4090 is a Hello product and everything, but even 4080 can do a good job on that. I'm not sure if they designed to a certain degree the 4080 with only 16. I'm assuming not, but there is that possibility now of trying to guess that they designed the 4080 with just 16 gigabytes of VRAM to have this limited capability of other kind of workloads. I'm not sure. I assume not. I assume they just wanted to save money and they were counting that the 16 gigabytes was good enough for them to handle their own technologies in terms of gamings, like the ray tracing and the DLSS stuff. I assume that was the purpose of the 4080, but if they continue like this, squeezing a little bit, I will assume that the 4080s and 7900 XTs, XTXs, and to a certain degree XTs might start popping out with these kind of limitations, because they can do pretty decent AI work, especially if you put them all together. And we already saw that a lot of now there is Chinese farms of hundreds, if not thousands, of 4090s being stripped down of their original cooler and being put on blower side coolers and basically put on a rack to just do AI work. Yeah, they already got the GPUs at the moment that they want to, and they will always get around of getting more if they want to. This will not stop. It's just a battle that it's already a losing premise, and they try to stifle, especially if you want to stifle small countries. It's not that I can understand. I can understand the logic if you want to stifle countries that don't have huge infrastructure to build their own kind of a thing here regarding this kind of situations. But you're dealing with Russia, China, which are huge countries. They have the abilities to build their own chips. It's something that they are doing now. It will take time for them to reach to a point that can be comparable to what, for example, NVidia and AMD has at the moment. It will take a little bit more time, but they are people forget that Russia, in terms of resources to build everything, they are pretty much independent. They don't need other countries to be dependent on regarding the resources to start building these things. And then they are basically joined to the hip with China, which gives them opportunity to work together on something. I'm not sure. And the fact that let's say I don't know, can be tricky, but yeah, but they basically can it will take time, but they will basically reach a level of competitiveness regarding NVIDIA. Just give them time. I don't know, a decade or so, because high-end chip designs will take time also always. We got stuff yesterday news that AMD is basically building up a new R&D center in India, the biggest one. I think it was half a million feet square compound there with a lot of Indian in-house engineering in terms of mind power to design the chips. And the next, it's not going to be normal chips, it's going to be the high-end chips, so that they will start designing, I don't know, RDNA 6 and RDNA 5s or whatever it's called, and the Zen 6, 7 and 8, the Zen CPU stuff. They will also help out in there. And again, India is also very online with Russia and China, so there might be some slippery through are going to start now also restricting stuff for India. I'm not sure, probably. Yeah, and then you just put yourself in a position when you're basically solo against the world in these kind of positions. It will not help you in the long term. But yeah, a little bit commentary there from the overall take of this situation. But yeah, forget about. Let's pass through the rant and just go to another one, which is Intel now, because they are launching, I think, the 14th generation for the laptops. Now they are going for the marketing again, which is the snake oil against AMD, telling that basically the naming scheme of AMD is very confusing for laptops, which it is for the APU stuff. And the Intel Core is the true thing here, which is I don't know what to tell you. The 14th gen is a refresh of the 13, which is basically almost basic. It's not a refresh from the 12, but in terms of uplifting, in terms of performance, is, oh my god, I don't know what to tell you. It's so confusing because Intel had been in the last with the manufacturing the 14 nanometer or 10 nanometer. I don't remember which one was reaching like the plus. People were mocking around Intel regarding that, but now they are going very aggressive, telling that basically that Zen, the Ryzen chips are fake chips to a certain degree. And they are aiming to the 7520U, even though that AMD launched a guide from how they are naming these new CPUs or APUs to be less confusing, and the way they are trying to get around on the sticker stuff, which doesn't help too much, the sticker stuff, in terms of people trying to guess which kind of architecture it is. Intel is not doing a very good job of throwing shade at AMD regarding this. But yeah, we got kind of a very broad range of how they are naming the 7000 CPU stuff from Ryzen. The ones they are aiming is this one, the 7020 series, because the 7 is the year of manufacturing, which is at this moment, was badly made. I have to give them that. It's badly named. The 7 of the 7000 is always the years of manufacturing, or at least production wise. In this case is 2023. The APUs, the 8000, are basically coming in 2024. What it counts usually, it's the third number, which is the 20, 30, and again then you have like the 5s, which is a 0 and 5s with basically it's like a plus regarding the 4, which basically 7020s is like everything, like the basic stuff that you need. It's like for like $500 or less kind of laptops, kind of a thing there, Chromebooks, kind of this thing. So it's very, very basic. That's why they put it in Zen 2 architecture, which this architecture by itself, it's already updated from a 7mm process node to a 6mm, so it takes a little bit a jump in terms of performance and in terms of battery life. Which is something that Intel doesn't have that very good of a battery life there, and the fact that of course their own P and E processors, CPU kind of things there, the fact that the P cores are basically performance ones and the E cores basically if not how do I say it? If not proper optimized through some software, it just hamper in this case gaming performance, which is not good. And the fact that I think even the E cores are not that good. I think they are I think it uses the technology. I'm not sure. When they started with this P&E cores, I kind of gave up a little bit there of covering too much, because now you're just trying to confuse people with the cores. You might say you have 20 something cores, but 4 of them are P cores and the rest of it's E cores. It's a mess. But yeah, this thing, they call it the core truths. It's basically marketing buzz. Again, don't trust in any being AMD or Intel or any kind of manufacturers. Trust independent reviewers, and usually even in terms of sales, if you go to a physical shop, you have some doubts. Usually they will try to upsell you everything, so take that in account, but usually they are more truthful and try to help you out with this kind of naming scheme stuff. But yeah, trust the independent reviewers. And first things, when you buy something like this, especially like laptops, which is most this kind of APUs and CPUs are more aimed for laptops, choose a budget and then act accordingly, and try to get around and investigate a little bit. Don't fall for this kind of traps. Go for independent reviewers and make your own informed decisions the best you can. It's the best advice that I can give you. At least it's always how I dealt with. I never trust the marketing that they come with, and I always refer myself to independent reviewers that do their own testing, and they even compare between the companies in terms of real world performance. So what kind of applications you mostly use, and what kind of, if you are in gaming, how it performs in games. They have more realistic kind of performance data there than this kind of corporate marketing. But yeah, regarding gaming, we got finally the GTA 6 trailer, minute and a half trailer. A good thing here, it's at least it seems everything is in engine trailer, which is good. No CGI kind of thing there, which is always good regarding Rockstar. When they do their trailers, they usually do, as far as I can remember, they always do in the in-game trailers. So everything is in-game. There is no fakery there usually, even though some stuff can be downgraded in terms of visual fidelity there, here and there, because don't forget this might be captured from vertical slices that usually are able to enhance a little bit the graphic stuff. But at least you can get a pretty better idea of what the gameplay and how the fidelity in terms of the things will work out. Seems pretty okay. I didn't get it's more about an announcement that the game will come 2025 supposedly for consoles only, because there is no PC version mentioned there. I assume that will come, the PC version, when it will come 1 year later, because they have to squeeze out the money from the console stuff for sure. 2K, which is basically I think it's 2K, the publisher here. Take-Two, sorry, the Take-Two. Usually they are on a fever pitch of trying to monetize everything. I'm not sure how is this going to work with GTA 6, because GTA 5 it's completely monetized all over the place. It's a mess. I don't know if they're trying to squeeze out everything from the first launch of the consoles, and then they can have the PC version to try afterwards squeeze some of it. And I assume also that it is trying to get around and make the more in terms of monetary side of things, keep it a little bit of not having a huge spike on sales, then get around and lower a lot, have that wave of that peak of sales, and then trying to maintain with monetization. I think I'm telling this in terms of internal strategy on Take-Two and even from Rockstar Games. I don't know, but yeah, the trailer itself, it's okay. It's basically an announcement trailer, 1 minute and a half, give or take. It doesn't give you a lot of opportunities to focus on anything. Just gives you the sense. It's in Vice City. Vice City. Yeah, Vice City. The same that in GTA's, not San Andreas. No, not San Andreas. The fourth one. Oh my god, I confused the names of the GTA stuff. But I think yeah, Vice City. Vice City, and I think that it's focused a little bit on one of the oh my god, the areas of the Vice City. But you can get a little bit of a sense of what they're trying to get there, like craziness, GTA craziness as usual. So it's going to be fun for sure. But yeah, in terms of quotes, it's always the same corpo speak. GTA 6 continues our efforts to push the limits of what's possible in highly immersive, story-driven, open-world experiences. I think this is basically the same quote from GTA 5. It's the same kind of message, so it is what it is. We're thrilled to be able to share this new vision with players everywhere. Again, the same kind of talk, so it is what it is. Yeah, adds to the state of Leonida, sorry, home of the neon-soaked streets of Vice City and beyond, the biggest, most immersive evolution of GTA series yet. Okay, yeah. When it gets into Steam, I will wishlist it and keep my tabs on. And again, in all the articles, I put it on. Oh my god, why am I blocking on the words? On the description, I will put the links to everything that I always talk. So in this article, there is the trailer if you didn't catch up to it. But yeah, it's basically what we got here. They speculate that will take around maybe 1 year. I assume it's 1 year until it comes with the PC version. That's the thing that interests me. I'm not too much on console stuff. And I didn't cover this because it's console, but the Sony stuff that if you bought movies through PlayStation, I think it's PlayStation kind of content there. Now you're got robbed of buying content, movies and series, and now you're they removed from the library, and you don't even get to keep a digital copy or something like that. So you're just justifying piracy to a certain degree, which is, but okay. It's console stuff. Yeah. And we also got a little bit more information about the 2.1 patch notes. They came out for Cyberpunk 2077. I think the Ultimate Edition, I think it's called, it's coming around today or something like that. I didn't see anything on Steam in the deal stuff, but yeah, I think it's live tomorrow, which is today, to 12 p.m. 12 p.m. CET, so Central European time. So by tomorrow in my time zone, it will come out for sure. But we already have some patch notes, supposedly path tracing, image quality improvements, and a new global illumination system, which is good because usually what I think the biggest chunk of terms of performance hog, it's the illumination systems, because ray tracing is illumination, and in that illumination, reflections is one of those that takes a lot of performance of the GPUs. But yeah, it's kind of improved, and they for more NVIDIA specific stuff from the DLSS ray reconstruction. It gives a little bit more boost in terms of performance. I don't know how much is measurable, but supposedly it's better. But yeah, then again, I covered the live stream that they did with a fully functional metro system, reward boss battles, gangs taking more aggressive approach on some of the stuff the activities that you can do around that. I think there is also romance stuff tweaked. They just mentioned that they didn't go into details. And I think in terms of hardware, now they full support dual sense controller support. In terms of the controller stuff and HDR stuff, I think it's improved also. But yeah, I will wait for the Ultimate Edition, which has the base game and the expansion put together. Hopefully they will do a deal, because there still are good deals now. Some of them on Steam, they are mainly because of the Game Awards stuff, like nominated games and or franchises, and some of them that had won from previous years. A lot of them are on sale now. I bought the Metro series from the last promo. I think it's a little bit cheap now, like 2 or 1 euro cheaper than I bought, but it's an excellent deal here. The Metro Saga Ball, which is the one that I bought, I thought I bought from 10 euros, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's an excellent one. It's got the Metro, the Redux versions of the first 2 games, and Metro Exodus with the expansion pass included, and the enhanced version also. The game itself, the base game, is already as the enhanced version if you want to. It's very cheap. It's usually the one that I recommend. I will in the future already install the games and try to test out. It seems fine at the moment. This is one of those series because it's like a trilogy completed, and then I can start off. We'll see when. But yeah, I will, again, everything is on the links are on the description. We got also Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, in case you celebrate the best in video games and esports. This is part of this promo here. 85% off for this game. Yeah, it's one of those experiences. One of these days I might try out. We'll see how it goes. We got also The Witcher 3. Again, the way to go is complete edition. $12 is I think it's even cheaper. I think the last time it was. That's weird. I thought it was around 15 euros. I'm not sure, but now it's $12. It's usually around this price. It's the best price that you can get. Again, then if you want, you can have like mods to improve everything in the game. Even though the vanilla game is very, very, very excellent. We got Days Gone, 75% off. Again, seems a very underrated game. The PC port seems pretty good. You got a lot of features supported for PC, like widescreen support and all that jazz, and I think also HDR and the mouse and everything. Even though usually it was originally a console game. We got also Dead Space from this year. Now it's 55% off. I'm very tempted on buying this one, but I think I will wait a little bit more. Because I already have a lot of games to go through, so I don't like to burden myself with just jumping. If there is, because there is going to be another 55% discount minimum at least, and I already played the original one, so I know what happens in game. But I would like to replay mainly because of the update visuals and the updated gameplay mechanics there. I don't remember exactly everything that happens in this game, but I have the sense of how it plays out. We'll see about the difference one of these days. We got also Death Stranding Director's Cut again. I got the Director's Cut from Epic Game Store. I managed to claim it for free. I don't remember when, a few months ago, when it came out there at the time. It's one of those games that I would like to live stream, but again, at least at this moment in time, I'm not able to have time to live stream. I barely have time to make 1 hour episodes for the gaming series at this moment. Having 3-4 hours where I think this game needs, it's something to start to delve in chunks, at least 4 or 5 hours to get a sense of the game. But yeah, the director's cut is the way to go from what I understand, as it's a more completed thing here. 50% off, I think it's the way to go here. We got also Hogwarts Legacy, again the game of this year, 40% off, not bad. The base game is 40% off as well, the deluxe edition. €5 plus or $5 more for the deluxe edition. I'm not sure. It's got the Legacy Dark Art Garrison Heart, got some skins there. Skins for me usually doesn't compensate to get more money out of it. We got The Last of Us Part 1, again a game from this year, also 43% off. I think the base game is more than okay, but for the digital deluxe edition, I don't know what it brings. I assume skins, 1 or 2 guns maybe, but that's it. I don't see. Again, I already played this game 4 or 5 times in console at the time, so I kind of know what's all behind it, so I don't have the rush of getting this game. But it's one of those that I like to play out again, because I like to replay good games, and this is a good game with a good story. The DLC not that much from this game. I just prefer the base game as it is. It's more than enough for you to get the gist of the relationship between them, which is the crux of this game. And we got also, I will leave here the Game Awards stuff here, because there is a lot of games. Some of them are not on sale, as you can see here, but you might get to see some that might interest you. I will leave a link on this sale by itself, so you can go through. You got from 2014 winners, so it's got a lot of years here. You might get something that fancies you. And lastly, I will put here the Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain. Again, I got a lot of hours, 200 plus hours in this game. I cannot talk good about this. Story-wise, it's the only thing that misses out a little bit. It seems like the story is not finished to a certain point, but in terms of gameplay, I don't know how the servers are on this one. But yeah, it's not mandatory to having the servers because of the invasion. Just about the gameplay by itself on the sandbox and how you're going about it. It's very interesting, very addicting. That's why I spent 200 plus hours on this game. The base game, I think it's okay. I don't think you need all of this, the packs here, but you can afterwards check the packs and see if you fancy any of those. But I think I've got this. Yeah, I don't have I only have the base game, if not mistaken, and it was a lot of fun. So you don't need extra little things here to. And one of those things is the Fox engine is very good. It's a shame they didn't take advantage too much of this engine. I think that's why Kojima went for the Decima engine. It's very similar in terms of, at least from what I saw, it's very similar to, or at least the most similar to Fox engine, because Fox engine was created from the ground up to do this game here, and Decima engine I think is very similar in that regard. I think it's as good visual quality, fidelity, and it's very capable of doing a lot of tweaks here and there in terms of gameplay, of especially what Kojima likes to do here. But yeah, basically this is it, guys. It's been a long one, some rants here and there, but yeah, I'll wrap up with a plug on my Patreon for extra support. At this moment it's basically storage for me to have the possibility to have backups of stuff that I do from my private clients, and also some space for the videos that I do for the channel. Basically that's it at this moment. Again, hopefully next year I'll manage to start getting into a little bit on live streaming if possible, but yeah, till then, you have to contend with my daily gaming news, and when I at this moment in time when I can, I just launch the gameplay series stuff there. And a lot of said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.